What's up, music fam? I think as producers, one of our favorite things to do is to get new gear. But sometimes we can let the gear, or the lack of gear, get in the way of creating. So since I've been temporarily using a portable setup, I thought I'd show you my desert island setup. I'm back, making another R&B beat, as I show you the gear that I absolutely must have for every session. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. When I come to this studio, I pretty much just bring a whole setup, except the studio monitors and certain cables. So this is my chance to show you my minimalistic setup, or what I would consider to be the essentials. For me, some sort of keyboard controller is a must-have. Of course, I don't want to bring a whole arsenal of keyboards or drum machines, so I'm going to just use one MIDI keyboard controller to control VST instruments. I just plug in one USB cable and I'm ready to go. I have to admit though, that I'm really just getting to know the Keylab Essential 61 by Arturia, because I usually just use my MPC Key 61 as my controller. But if I didn't have any other keyboard controller, I'd be completely satisfied with this one as my main keyboard controller. For those of you who are building your setup or looking to add some new gear, I'm going to put my Zzounds affiliate link in the description. I'm also going to put my Amazon affiliate link in the description and a list of equipment that I either use or have used. I do get a small commission if you use those links, so I want to thank you in advance to those of you who use those links, because it really does go a long way in helping me to create this content. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a studio with the best keyboards, but had no sustain pedal. A sustain pedal holds the notes you play without you having to hold your hands on the keys. This gives your hands time to get to the next notes or chords without it sounding choppy. For those of you who don't use one, I promise you, a sustain pedal will change your life. I like this particular sustain pedal because it has a switch to change the polarity, so it'll pretty much work with any keyboard. It's also light enough to throw in my keyboard bag, but heavy enough to not move around when I use it. And it was actually pretty affordable, and it's lasted me at least a couple of years so far. Because I use a gaming laptop for my setup, it's going to get a little warm, and we know that heat and electronics don't work well together. So as a preventative measure, I always keep my laptop on a cooling pad. I bought this one from Amazon a few years ago, and it's just been sitting quietly in the background doing its job. I like the fact that it has a couple of USB ports, which always comes in handy when using a laptop in the studio. I also like the fact that it elevates my laptop for better visibility. Now, I bought my laptop about 5 years ago, so you can definitely find something a little newer. But just to let you know what I'm using, it's an Asus Zephyrus M15 with 2 internal SSDs, and I upgraded the RAM to 40 gigs. I've been using it as my main studio computer and to edit videos, and I've pretty much been satisfied. But to cut down on fan noise, I'll most likely be building a desktop soon. For my portable audio interface, I chose the popular Apollo Twin Duo by Universal Audio. My main reason for using this one is just because I use the rack mount Apollo in my studio, so I just wanted a familiar platform and uniform sound. I also like the effects emulations, and when I'm away from my studio, I enjoy using the preamp emulations without having to bring a physical preamp. But if this interface isn't quite within your budget, you could always just grab a Focusrite Scarlett and get to work, because that, along with some other affordable interfaces, will give you a great sound. I also thought I'd throw the satellite octo in there as an honorable mention. It's not something I absolutely have to have, but it allows me to run more UAD plugins. This is really important for me when I'm doing a vocal session because I do a lot of mixing as I go. And I also enjoy hearing a lot of the plugins in real time.
5, 4, 3 in the AM, looked over at my phone and there was no alarm.
Real quick, music fam. Somebody told me I should start promoting my music releases in my videos more often. And I agree. I have a lot of people who watch my videos and who would love to hear and support my music. Well, I've been selling physical copies of my R&B project, Not Afraid to Love, for a while now, and I've received a lot of love. I do have it on my website as well, but I finally decided to release it on all online platforms on November 25th. Until then, I'm going to put a playlist of my past releases in the description, so you can catch up on all the music that I should have been promoting all this time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I promise to do better at keeping you all posted. As always, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support.
This morning when I woke up, all I'm thinking about is you. Oh.
Something you might not think about, but really comes in handy, is a keyboard and mouse combo. Depending on the type of space you're in and how far your laptop is from you, you might use the keyboard or you might not, but I've learned to always bring it just in case. But I always end up needing the mouse. This is just a cheap wireless keyboard and mouse set that gets the job done, and it always comes in handy when I'm using a portable setup. One of my favorite additions is this little piece of gear called a tour box. This specific one is called a tour box Elite, and it's Bluetooth. I've been using this for about 2 years now, and I would consider this to be one of my secret weapons for productivity and workflow. It's fully programmable, and I pretty much program mine to do everything I do within Cubase. I also have a template for my video editing, and at this point my workflow would not be the same without it. Another essential piece of equipment that I could not do without is some type of USB hub. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but I've used this one, and it's been working for me for a while. The important thing is that it doesn't just rely on the laptop for power. It also plugs into the wall, so you can be sure that all the USB equipment you plug into it will get enough power. This is especially important for certain gear like the MPC Studio, for example. I like this one because it has 10 inputs and an extra fast charging port. To be honest, it's not one of those exciting pieces of gear to buy, but it's definitely something that's needed if you have a lot of USB equipment to plug into a laptop. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but wherever I can, I try to budget wisely when making purchases. Yeah, I decided to spend a little more on certain things that I really want, like the Apollo Twin, for example. But I've also had that Apollo Twin for over 5 years. I've also been producing for over 20 years. So don't feel like you have to start out buying expensive gear, because I can promise you that your first studio is way better than my first studio. Some other things that I absolutely must have for my setup are surge protectors, extension cords, 1/4-inch cables, headphone splitters and extensions, and a couple of decent sets of headphones, especially if you're doing a vocal session. You can find all those things in the description. But I want to remind you that you don't need everything in the world to make good music. There's always going to be new gear. There's always going to be something that catches your eye. And yeah, new gear can excite you and inspire you to create. But I encourage you to dig deep and find that thing inside of you that inspired you to create from within. If all you have is a laptop, some headphones, and a controller, just put in the work and build until you can get more. And before you know it, you'll look around and have everything you want and need. that's my desert island setup. Of course, I didn't mention the microphone or monitors in this particular case, because this wasn't a vocal session, and this studio already had monitors. I will put some of my microphones and monitors in the description if you want to know what I use. But I would love to know some of the things that are on your desert island studio setup list. So let me know in the comments. And here's what this beat sounds like with a quick mix. Alright music fam, that's all for now. But if you enjoyed this video, here's another video I really think you'll enjoy. And if you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, you all be blessed.